Right, I'm going to close down a couple of windows, move those out of the way, and make the stage, I was going to say make that bigger. I was just about to use Control and Plus. If you wanted to, you could use the zoom tool and Alt to get minus if you want to go back, but I'm kind of used to using Control Plus just to zoom into a particular area. Just move that out of the way and delete that lock. Oops. Right, so this is the line tool practice tutorial, and it starts off with an image that's been placed on the stage on layer 1 and the image is locked, so we need to make a new layer. I'm going to call this one hair. I'm going to use the line tool. Let's just have a see what colour. I want that to be black. So move up. I'm changing the properties here. We'll try 6 to begin with, and then I'm just going to draw some straight lines. So kind of try and just get the points at the ends of each of these parts of this chap's hair. Doesn't have to be perfect, and there we go, back to the selection tool. So the hair is kind of in place, but what we're going to do next is go to the endpoints, reposition them, and move the cursor towards the line, and you'll see the curve near the arrow, and then click and drag. So let's see, let's move that up. And you should, without too much difficulty, be able to reposition is Barnet in more or less the same position. So I'm just looking for the hair to be just kind of in the same place. Because my lines are quite thick, it covers that quite easily. So that was pretty easy. It's the line tool and then the flash tools to morph. The reason I'm looking at this is because you might have a image in a textbook or an image from somewhere, and if your drawing skills aren't particularly sharp, you can use some of these techniques to aid you in producing a better image or a diagram. And I'm now going to go to the fill colour and the paint bucket, and then click inside, and there we go, lock the layer. So that's the first part. We've got wee chap with kind of curly hair. Right, and for the eyes we're going to do this by going to the brush tool. Remember, this paints with a fill colour, so the properties here, I'm going to change this to black, and then we've got a smoothing setting, so depending where this is set to, let's just draw a line. You can see there it's quite a rough brush shape, and the smoothing will go to 100 or minus 100. I'll just pick a slightly smaller brush and trace over the nose. I'm going to do the same with the eye. There we go. So it doesn't matter. Just 2 eyes. Actually, I don't want the nose, do I? Let's delete that. So I've got 2 eyes. I like them. That's all's on the layer. I'm going to go to modify, shape, and there's some shape options where I can smooth these shapes. I'm going to try optimize. Let's just move this down a little, let's see what it says. So it's saying it had 40 curves and now it's got 24, so there's a 40% reduction. Now this is quite important. If you're going to make cartoons to go on the internet, you might be optimizing many of your shapes so that they would download quicker and the performance would be quicker. But I'm using this technique to optimize and give my figure a more cartoony sort of look. Let's just deselect. Okay, so you can see it's kind of almost sharpened, but it's distorted the shapes, and I think it looks a bit more cartoony. So I'm going to lock this layer and create a new layer, which can be his face. So let's just go back to the paintbrush, and I'm going to guess I'm guessing that's his face there. I'm going to pick a colour, the fill tool, and fill. Alright, slight interruption there with the weekly alarm. Now the layer is fine, but it's on the top, so I just need to bring this down beneath the face there. And I mean, temporarily I could take that beneath the face, the brush layer, sorry, while I just trace over the other elements. So we'll leave that face on the bottom, but again I can highlight the face, go to modify, shape, and optimize. It looks like that's fairly. Let's just get one more go. Optimize. Let's just take that up. Now there's not really much you can do there. It's obviously a fairly smooth shape. So let's just lock that layer, and we're going to take a short break there, and then come back and finish off the ears, the teeth, and the nose. Okay.